Okay, so this is like day 2 of plate boundaries, but we're going to look at Earth's interior. So yesterday we were looking mainly at page 5 of your reference table, which is this page. And today we are going to look at page 10 in your reference table. You should have your reference tables out. It's going to be this page right here. All of this. All right. So, take your notes. These ones, hopefully, I will make a copy for each of you. So all you have to do is type stuff in. Although I do highly recommend writing out your notes. Helps you to remember things better. All right. So, Earth's interior. If you were standing on the surface, how far is it to the center of the Earth? So if you're this dude over here, and you were able to stand on the Earth, approximately how many miles would it be to the center? It would be 5,000 miles to the center. So how far have humans ever been inside the Earth? Well, the deepest mine is actually 2 miles. That's it. Out of 5,000 miles, 2 miles is the deepest mine. Now, the deepest hole drilled is about 7 miles. Yeah. The reason for that is because as you get down, and we will see this on page 10, the deeper down you go, oh, pardon me, the hotter it gets, and the more pressure that there is, there's a lot of factors to it. So, the top layer of the Earth is called the lithosphere. So you can see the lithosphere. I'm trying to see if it is labeled on here. Yeah. So the lithosphere is labeled right there in your reference table. Sorry, my cat is moving my leg. So it's a little bumpy. So the lithosphere is made up of the crust and the rigid mantle. So it's a combination. And you can see it right here. These layers, like the layers that constitute the plates, there are 2 types of layers. You have the oceanic, we brought this up before, the oceanic crust, which is thinner but more dense. Because remember, I did show you, this is on page 11, right here, it tells you the density of each of the crusts. The second one you have is the continental, which is thicker, but is also less dense, which is why it kind of, it floats. I was going to say floats, but it gets pushed up on in this type of subduction zone or convergent plate boundary. And the lithosphere, or the plates, ride on top of the asthenosphere. That would be right here, where it says it's also called the plastic mantle, which is liquid magma. This is where you get that convection current going in, and it does show you, you get a little bit of that convection. Where is it? Right there. You can see the convection movements going on right there. And it moves the plates along because the magma has different densities. The world moves by density. Density causes convection. Differences in density cause convection to happen. Swirling around. I'm trying to think if we did any of the other ones. We touched on water. We haven't gotten to air yet. We're getting there. All right, so the next layer down is the largest, and it is called the stiffer mantle. Right here. It's called the stiffer mantle. Which is a solid rock layer that extends from the asthenosphere all the way down to the outer core of the Earth. So you have this little bit, right here where the brown is, that's the lithosphere. Then this red part, that's the asthenosphere. And then you have this nicely orange part is the stiffer mantle. The yellow is the outer core, and then the bright white light is the inner core. So next layer down we have is the outer core, which is liquid iron and nickel. And it does say on here iron and nickel. You just have to remember that the outer core is liquid. And the layer in, like the final and last layer is the inner core, which is solid. So you start solid, liquid, stiffer mantle, like plasticky movie, asthenosphere, and then the lithosphere with the crust and the hydrosphere on it. So the last little bit of this, the outer core of the Earth is not only liquid, but spins around the inner core, and this generates Earth's magnetic field, which protects us from the sun. Now, a really bad movie about this is called, yeah, I think it's called The Inner Core. It's just like, or no, The Outer Core. It's just a horrible, horrible scientific movie. But it does deal with the spinning of the liquid outer core, and if that were to stop, how dangerous it would be for us to live on. Okay, so I know this really quick, but that ends the notes. All right, so I'm back. What I did was I am now into the activity that you guys are going to do. I'm going to go over a couple answers for you so you know how to do some of the things on here using page 10. You need page 10. I can't say it enough. You need page 10. All right, so we are going to skip right down to number 4. So number 4, on page 10, you're going to look at here. It says you're 2,000, I would be 2,000 kilometers below Earth's surface. In what layer would I be? So right here, there's 2,000. What you're going to do is you're going to follow that straight up, and it's going to tell you the layer you're in. And you're just going to type in the stiffer mantle. All right. And then you're going to go down here. You're going to still stay at 2,000. And it wants to know what the temperature is. Now this line right here, that is the temperature line. That's the pressure line. So all you're going to do is at 2,000, you're going to follow it right up here. And you're going to go over. Once you hit the 2,000, it's the 2,000, right? Yep, and you're going to go over, and it's approximately like 44,100 degrees. All right, so keeping with that, we're going to look at this, and you're going to, instead of stopping at the first line right here, I'm going to continue up. So I'm going to continue up to like right about there, and I'm going to follow it all the way over, and I got roughly like 1.8, 1.9. I'm going to put 1.8 on there, and you would submit these. It does ask if your density. So if I was a density, I would look over here for the density to figure out which layer I am in. So what you'll notice is this matches here. So it transposes down the line. And it gives you whatever depth, and you can find your temperature. Gives you whatever depth, you can find your pressure. You could be given a pressure and find your depth. You could be given a temperature and find your depth. So I just gave you 3 of the 15 answers. So you've got 12 more answers. You're going to notice the first one, you're going to reorganize this, because you can move these up and down and all around and whatnot. You can move them all over, get them in the correct order, and then go to the next one. The oceanic plate is made out of what? Rock and its density. Again, you can find it on this page. This is all work using this page. You need it. And that's going to be it for the notes and your little help. Make sure you type your name in. Hop on Zoom, ask me questions, and do not forget to do the lab today. All right, I'll see you guys later.